write about. Trying to figure out what it's all about. Existentialist. Am I worth anything or just discount? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
That was great sounds of Watson Without Sound on WNHH LP 103.5 FM New Haven. Myself, Preston, with my partner in crime, Long Island raised, Elm City made, Mr. Easy Blues. Easy Blues, you are always better with introductions more than me. Who do we have with us on the program today?
What keeps us moving? What gives us the power to move forward? What is it that beats in our chest, moving forward and forward and forward? That is the heartbeat of who we are. And I want you to understand this. When you can take something as simple as a beat itself and spin it on its ear, turn it sideways, and throw it right back at you while you're doing it live, that is one of the most incredible things people have ever seen. So I want you to put your hands together. Not if you're driving. If you're driving, please keep your hands at 10 and 2 because we don't need any accidents. But mentally, I want you to put your hands together for the fantastic, the amazing, the incredible, the stupendous, the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Eastwood in the building today. Welcome, Benvenue.
What's up, guys? What's
going on?
Nothing, man. Just home, keeping warm right now. You know, it's freaking cold out here in Connecticut, man.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Praying for the next 2 months that the weather gets good. But, you know, in Connecticut, we do sometimes have that cold April, which sucks.
Yeah. New England weather at its finest. That's all it is.
Eastwood, I'm happy to have you on the program, man. I really am.
Thank you for having me up here, man.
No doubt, man. It's been long overdue. Hoping to get a little nerdy, hoping to get inside your head to see why you got into music and what made you want to just be part of hip hop and just explore. Then let's get to know more about you.
Well, as a kid, my mom, her best friend was a DJ.
Okay,
and my family, we're not really musically inclined, but we always had a good time. And then, like listening to rap and, growing and getting to know rap and appreciate it, rap hip hop itself, I was like, what, let me see what I could do with this. And I've been at it for 23 years.
Woo.
Yeah.
Do you know actually, and I'm just remembering this now, you and I have actually shared a bill together.
Yeah. That was 2016?
No, I think it before that.
I think matter of fact, I think it was.
It was
before that. We were at it was a spot in Bridgeport.
Yeah, Noel. Shout out to Noel. I haven't heard from him in no, that was JOJ that threw the
JOJ to put that one together.
Yep.
And we wound up. I'm just remembering that now. Actually, that's how long Eastwood and I have known each other.
Yeah.
Back when you were in your solo days, Easy.
Mm-hmm.
This is Contraband Reaping Music days, actually, before Swank Mob.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I be saying to myself, dang, I really know these artists. It'd be years ago we met.
Oh man! So you said your mom was a DJ.
My mom's best friend was a DJ.
Best friend was a DJ.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. And did you ever get a chance to touch turntables?
A little bit,
Yeah.
I was a baby, messing around thinking I thought I knew something. I didn't. Yeah. Sometimes she used to let me go in the room, put the records on there, and I'd just be scratching on the table. I don't know what I was doing. I was a kid. I didn't know. But as far as rap music goes, period, I stayed back in the day, how it is, times is different. We had Walkmans and stuff like that.
I remember Walkmans.
So, I always made a mixtape with my favorite songs up there. And, like me being the youngest kid, hanging out with my friends, their oldest brother they'd be playing music. And I'd be like, yo, here, play this mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you think after that. And they come back, yo, little man, you got some flavor, man. You got some flavor to be this young, man. Like, what are you, yo? But it's just like I got fascinated with rap, hip hop itself, you know, the
Mm-hmm.
Big Daddy Kane's and the KRS ones. You got Public Enemy, Special Ed, Run DMC. You know what I mean? The fathers of this stuff right here. You know what I mean? The fathers and the uncles of rap and hip hop itself. And it's just like rapping. It's just so dope how they put words together on this on a beat, which is 16 bars or whatever you doing. How many bars you gonna set on this song? I always like music. I've always been musically inclined. When I first started rapping, me and my homeboys, when we was teens, we was rapping on cassette tapes, making beats on PlayStation 2.
Oh my gosh.
Like that.
Garage
Beatmaker on
like that.
PS2. No,
Yeah,
Beatmaker?
Music Maker.
Music Maker.
It's funny because I still have the game. I have it right now. I said once I get the PS2, I'm taking all them sounds and I'm gonna put that on my computer and do them over.
There you go.
Yeah.
But see that right there, like if you put together a mixtape with all of those sounds and with the equipment you have now, the amount of nostalgia that's gonna fly off the racks just for the people to be like, yo, I remember that. Yo, I used to use that sound like that. Oh my god. You know, and that alone is going to be marketing genius. So yeah, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Hashtag if you want to donate to get a PS2 for Eastwood, what you got to do is you got to go to his Cash App. His Cash App is Eastwood, right? Am I right?
It's $ Eastwood with 2 X's. Eastwood 622 with 2 X's instead of O's. Cash App your boy.
No, mainly in that beginning. So you were mainly beat making at first in the beginning before rapping, or
no? I was rapping, and then one day just going to the store. I was at the gaming store, and was looking for some games to play. I saw a Music Maker on the stand. And I was like, "What's this?" They was like, "Yo, you can make beats on this." I was like, "How much you want?" They was like, "Give me $10. You can have that." I was like, "All right, cool." Gave them $10.
It's not bad.
Took it home. And I called my boys up like, yo, I got this thing you can make beats on a PlayStation. They was like, word? I was like, yeah. So they came through and we was messing around with it for hours and hours and hours. And then we put a song together, made the beat, me and my boy Ghost. Shout out to my boy Ghost. It's my best friend right there. We put that together and we did a song. And we did a couple of stuff. I still wish I had all my nostalgic stuff, yo, because I swear I will put all of that on everything. I had all my stuff right now. And especially with the stuff that I know now as far as like mixing and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, a lot of people talk about bars and those different aspects of it. Can we get an actual scientific breakdown? When you say 16 bars, what exactly do you mean by that? For the people who are not that educated, for the people who are lighter skinned.
16 bars is saying the sentence in those 16 bars. That's yeah. Listen, got to count your bars. It's always 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Like it's easy. I remember I didn't know about 16 bars until a couple of people was telling me about that. Yo, put 16 bars on a song. Right. And one of my friends showed me how to count mines. I was just like, all right, this is easy now.
Right.
What led to the beat making competitions?
Shout out to the Swank Mob. Back in 2016, I met Kronzilla at Anna Liffey's. This around the time when I dropped my first project ever. Because I wasn't heavy on projects like that. I used to just like find a beat on the internet, write to it, and drop it on the internet. And then, I was like, I'm gonna put something together. So I put something together, and my boy Chuck was like, yo, send it to Kronzilla. And I was like, yo, I met Kronzilla at Anna Liffey's. He's like, yeah, hit him on Facebook and send him your mixtape. So I sent it to him. We was talking on there. Then he was like, yo, I'm gonna listen to your project and I'm gonna hit you back. So, you know, he had hit me back. He was like, yo, you want to come down to Ugly Radio, meet up, we could have an interview, blah, blah, blah. And then when I got there, it was him, Fireman, and Young Reese. And me and Fireman, we got a lot of chemistry together. We go back to like
as kids?
08, 07.
Oh, wow.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, like 08, 07, 06 or something like that. But yeah, they was in the room and they was playing beats. And I was like, yo, who made this beat? So it was like, yo, I made this beat. So I was just like, word, I make beats too. He was like, word? He was like, why you didn't bring your stuff with you? I was like, I ain't feel like bringing all my stuff because I got to unhook it, put it in the bag.
Right.
Nah, I don't want to do all that. So we end up talking again. He was like, yo, where you live at? And I told him where I live at. He's like, yo, I live around the corner from you. I'm about to pull up on you. So he pulled up. I was playing him some stuff. And he was like, yo, you was dope. He's like, you dope. He was like, yo, I like your music. I like your music. I like how you make your beats. Da 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 da. He's like, yo, we got to do something soon. So, you know, him, Reese, and Fireman formed Swank Mob, and Zilla was like, nah, I got to get Eastwood over here, man. I got to get Eastwood over here. I rocks with Eastwood. He's a solid dude, yo. And Fireman, you know, he's like, yo, that's my boy. I knew him for a grip. So that's how it came. And then, you know, started doing beat battles. He was doing them. I wasn't, though. I was just listening and sitting and watching. He was like, yo, you should do this too. So that's how it formed. We done did shows together. We done did a lot of shows, actually.
Yeah, I think that's how
it y'all there, too. Especially Easy.
Well, no, what's crazy, too, is not only do you do these beat battles, but you're one of the few people that'll go up there and won't have all of the beat 100% out there. You'll create the beat on the fly as it happens, which is so difficult to do. It almost becomes like freelance jazz. What decide to be that different?
Playing live, the playing live stuff. It's like, you know, my top three producers of all times is J Dilla, Madlib, and the RZA. And you know, I watched the documentary about J Dilla and how he was doing his beats. And I was just like, yo, that's a dope style. Then, you know, I started seeing other producers like A-Rab Music going live and just going crazy. I'm like, yo, I like that. And I'm like, yo, I got the tools to have like to do this stuff because I like hands-on. I don't want to click and put on them out. No, I want hands-on so I know what I'm doing. Actually, whether you guys know it or not, March 21st, me and Cronzilla is having a dojo beat battle. It's a Swank versus Swank beat battle. It's gonna be Kung Fu samples only though. Kung Fu samples only.
Yeah.
Dojo Master versus the Ninja. I'm telling you guys, y'all gotta tune in because it's gonna be something real dope, man. It's gonna be fun too. It ain't about the battle. It's just gonna be something fun.
Well, see, that's something that I so miss from hip hop, especially like I'm a huge fan of the Fushnikins, and they would have, you know, the full out battles with the Kung Fu battles in the rhymes themselves. It was something that was incredible. So I can't wait to see something like this. I'm gonna spend the whole day. I'm gonna watch Enter the Dragon. I'm gonna watch the one that the professor hates. I'm gonna watch that.
The Last Dragon.
The Last Dragon.
Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy, and then I'm gonna watch Double Dragon.
Kiss my Converse.
You said earlier in the program, you were on Cron and Nunu's show at Ugly Radio. They did this thing which I really love about the show called the Producer's Challenge. What was your challenge if they challenged you?
As far as
when you were on the show, did they invite you for the Producer's Challenge? Because they always have.
No, I didn't. Nah.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't on that.
Okay. Yeah, that was like one of my favorite part of the shows. Like they always challenge a producer to come back and come with like a crazy beat, and they did homework. So like
Mhm.
they picked like this random object or this random thing. They said make a producer's beat out of sizzling bacon, and then that producer came next week making a beat out of sizzling bacon, which was crazy. So
Yeah.
they're always giving people like different homework like that. But how much of an influence did Kron make you as a better producer? Because when you were talking about working with Kron and with the beats, it seems like there was healthy competition between you guys, between you, Reese, Fireman. You all wanted to see yourselves become better versions of you.
You know, it's just like with him,
Yeah.
you know, he played. It's like with him, he plays at a high pace when he wants to. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Um, it's just like when I be in a room with the rest of the
Hmm.
the bros and Big Sis. It's always just the sounds. It's always the sounds. It'd be like, dang, bro, like what are you doing with this, man?
Hmm.
And then when I go home, I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna make something real fire real quick.
Right.
I'm gonna make a loop real quick, and then I'm gonna come back to this the next day, and I'm gonna mix this. I'm gonna layer it out, and I'll be good to go.
Nice. Nice. And I love how Easy mentioned that you create your own beat because that's what I saw you do at Chasmos. I forgot what event it was. It
That
was
was
you and
DJ's Prime's
it was DJ Prime's
the
one.
producers showcase night.
Yeah. You made a beat out of 70s music, but
Mm.
you slowly played it. I think it was like you start off with Temptations and then you blend it out into like this long symphony. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy how you blended stuff together. Um, does that just come natural to you now? Like how hard was it just to like master that? Because it's not an easy thing.
Well, basically, when you're making a beat and you
Yeah.
hear something that you like, you're
Hmm.
always gonna want to chop it.
Yeah.
That's what
Right.
I do. I do a lot of chops,
Right.
and you know what I mean. I make it a preset. So
Hmm.
if you know what I mean, I always get on my computer, whatever sample or sound that I have, I chop it and I save it, and I go back to it and make a beat out of it. And yeah, that's how I do. But it's just always about the sounds inside the song. Like it
Right.
could be easy sending me something and he
Hmm.
playing on his guitar and he going crazy. And then it's like the song, the the breakdown part is like 130. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. And I'm gonna time that and I'm gonna take that one part out and I'm gonna chop it down as much as I can and I'm gonna put it in my presets and make a beat out of it. That's what I do. I just try to make it easy for myself. But depending on making beats, it takes time, especially when you're trying to mix it and get it to where you like how it sounds for yourself.
It's definitely, and people don't understand like how actually like influential Jay Dilla has been in so much of musical history. Like, there's actually, I don't know if you know this or not, Eastwood, but there's a live symphonic show all using Jay Dilla beats.
Mm.
Having a full symphony playing the beats is absolutely ridiculous. And there's a band out of, I think, Australia. I want to say it's Hiatus Coyote,
Mm.
that actually have that they put down Dilla as one of their biggest influences, and their beats have, their music has
Yeah,
that knee jerk reaction to it.
yeah. Like it's just like listening to Jay Dilla from the Slum Village albums and production from the Tribe, and Busta
Hmm.
Rhymes and Common and all of them, Guilty Simpson. It's just like, I'm like, Jay Dilla is dope.
Right.
Um, it's just like, it's crazy that they give him his flowers when he passes away instead
Yeah.
of, you know what I mean, when he giving him his flowers while he was there. And I'm just like, this dude is like, if he was alive, I think Jay Dilla would have won some Grammy awards.
Oh, definitely,
Oh yeah. Oh
definitely.
yeah. He definitely would have been up there.
Because
He-
every people
yeah.
in Africa know who Jay Dilla is.
Right. Exactly.
Like he's a worldwide producer.
Yeah.
Mad Lib too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a great producer too on WNHHLP 103.5 FM New
I
Haven.
try my
Myself,
best.
Preston, and the one and only, the great EZ Blues right here on the
I'm
station.
okay. I'm okay. I'm just an average penguin. I'm fine.
Nah, man, you're not average. You got a lot of value, brother. You got a lot of value. Just like Eastwood has a lot of value too.
Word.
Eastwood, what's some on your playlist that nobody will necessarily think that would be on your playlist?
Oh, please tell me it's hot to go. Please tell me it's hot to go.
Because producers listen to everything, man. They don't discriminate. They love music.
Well, right now, the things that I was listening to that I have in rotation, I have Ransom,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
the Mutant Academy.
The Mutant Academy. What's
They're from Virginia. Check them out. Fly Anakin, Big Kahuna OG. They from Virginia. They different.
Okay.
They who else? Chris Crack.
Mm-hmm.
Classic stuff like Woo,
all right?
Mobb Deep, D Block, some old Rockefeller. Like I listen to a lot of stuff. Sometimes I'll go on YouTube and listen to classical music, or I'll
That's
go
what I was
back
going at.
and
That's what I
listen
was
to
going for.
psychedelic rock from the '60s and just be chilling.
Right.
Like I listen to everything. I try to listen to everything. Shoot, sometimes I listen to the opera if it sounds good to me.
That's what I was looking for.
There you go.
It don't even matter what it
crazy
is.
Opera into hip hop. Just some hip opera. It'll be dope.
Yep.
What's the best criticism you ever got?
When I first met all of y'all. When I did my first show with the mob, all of y'all was there. Yo, I already know Easy and stuff. We was talking there, but it's just like I get the best criticism for y'all. It's just like every time I went there, like my first time going there, PA and DJ KJ was just like, yo, you was dope. Do your stuff natural. Don't rap over your song. So I was just like, all right, cool, say less. Yep. So I started doing that. And, I was doing it a little too much. And Zilla and them was like, yo, did you record this song? No. Why you didn't record the song and send it to us so we could know? I don't know. I sent the beat there so I could perform this.
They keep you on your toes.
I don't do that no more.
They keep you on your toes. Is good.
Well, that's what's so important about having a great community around you and having like the Swank Mob with you. It's so super important because you can bounce these ideas off of each other. You have you have that natural competition, but it's not dirty competition. Like you want to rise, but you want your homie to rise with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a completely different type of level. And to see you guys live and to see you guys like just doing whatever you guys are doing, whether it be the battles or whether it be live, actual live performance, the chemistry is so important and it's so always there. And whether it's you standing there stoically dropping the bar itself, and then Reese is sitting in the little corner acting like he's putting up a little camera, rolling the camera, and then he just starts spitting while he's getting smaller than he already is. Right? He crouches on stage. It's amazing.
Hey, listen, man, that's his signature right there, man. That's his signature. Hey, we just be having a ball, man. It's been a while since we've been out doing shows, though. It's been a little while, but we're gonna get back to it. We working on some stuff right now. We got a couple of songs in the chamber for everybody, because every time I see people, I was like, "Yo, what's good with Swank Mob? Why y'all didn't drop the project? Like, what's taking it so long?" I'll be like, "Hey, man, when it drops, it drops."
What was the last show you performed?
The last show we had was at Toad's place when we opened up for Ghostface. Yo, that night, man, I wish I would have went there, yo. It was like a hip-hop festival. Oh, man.
You talked to Ghostface?
No, I didn't talk to him because he came late, and by the time I watched him perform a couple of my favorite songs, and after that, it was time to go because I was tired. I was
I don't
there
blame you.
since
I don't blame
I
you.
was there since what 2 o'clock.
Word.
Yeah, we was there. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, it's time to go. Sheik Lucha was there. There was a couple
Right.
of people there.
That's something to be proud about, though. Like you
Yeah,
performed
and
at Toad's place.
that's one of my
Yeah.
favorite rappers too.
Mm. That's an incredible thing, though. You performed at Toad's place, man, and that's an iconic place,
Oh,
especially for
Toad's
independent
place.
artists.
The
Yeah.
Outsiders was there. Young Z
Yeah.
and Pace One, they were there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know I knew it was Young Z, but when
Mm.
I was walking there with Zilla X and Nunu, he was like, "What up?" I was like, "What up? What's good, Z?" I was just
Yep.
like, "It's crazy." Out of everybody, you like, "What up?"
Yep. No, he's one of the coolest. I remember being outside of the State House with him, and passing points of view back and forth for a little while. Was a fantastic thing to do. And I can actually say that I've passed some points of view with Young Z,
Yeah.
and he gave
Shout
me a
out to the
bracelet.
Outsiders. Or
You ever perform outside of Connecticut?
no, but I want to. I
Nice.
was supposed to one time, but it was in Philadelphia because back in 2016, when I dropped my first project,
Mm.
there was a song on there called "Pay Me Homage," and one of my friends I went to high school with was staying in Philly. I sent them the song, and people was calling and requesting it, and it went #1 on that show. I was just like, "Oh wow, this is crazy!"
Right.
And I got the call when I was coming home from the store, getting what I had to get for myself. Then I get the call like, "Yo, your song #1." I was just like, "What? I'm playing?" They're like, "Nah, we for real." That was a milestone right there. I was supposed to do a show in Philly, but I
Mm.
wasn't driving 4 or 5 hours to Philly to do 6 minutes on the stage. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, that's the other
We're
thing.
not doing that.
That's the thing that's tough.
Shout out to the janky promoters, but we're not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not.
There you go. That's that's a new song on the Swank Mob thing. Shout out to the janky promoters.
Yeah.
It had a good run, but what did Beat for Beat mean to you as a producer?
I mean, Beat for Beat was just something different when it was out. To what I was told, it's supposed to be coming back this year.
Mm.
But I ain't gonna lie. When Fireman and Seawoods did Beat for Beat, they had all the producer people outside.
Yeah.
Like, word, yeah, they doing beat battles? Nah, I gotta get on this platform.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you seeing beat battles everywhere.
Yeah.
Like everywhere.
Everywhere.
Exactly, yeah.
Everywhere.
People seeing it on Facebook. And I was just like, yo, I'm gonna start a league myself.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's been doing that since the pandemic. Cause I ain't gonna lie, we was at work, come home from work, probably making music or doing what you're doing for yourself. Because around that time in the pandemic, it was crazy.
Yeah, and that's if you could go to work.
Yeah.
You know, well, I was working in there, so
Yeah,
I had to do what I had to do. But I still was having fun though.
It came at the perfect time.
It did.
It really did.
Because I remember they was talking about that before
Mm-hmm.
the platform was on Facebook.
Yeah.
This is years ago. Like, yo, we're gonna start a beat battle league soon. And they did it. And that was good. That was a good thing. And now we on another league online
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook who want the smoke. Shout out to Flip Banger.
mm-hmm.
Everybody else over there. But yeah, we definitely got some music on the way though. I got some music on the way as well too. I got a couple of things done. I'm just like worrying about other things right now before I drop something because I do want to put out a single though.
Okay.
I do want to put out a single and push it because I got this mixtape I'm working on. I'm gonna put some original stuff and I'm gonna even rap on like beats that's known or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do something good.
Well, see, that's what's dope about you can do something like that and release it on like a Bandcamp or release it on
Yeah, that's
SoundCloud
the
and not have
mixtape
to
is
worry
only going
about
to be
yeah,
for SoundCloud, YouTube, and
yeah.
Bandcamp,
There
and
you
I'm
go.
gonna try to push it on Audio Mac if that's possible.
Right.
Yeah,
What's the project called again?
I don't have the name for it yet. It's untitled right now, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting to finish all these
For
songs.
those janky promoters, I'm just saying.
Nah, I ain't gonna name it.
Don't do that.
If we don't start some trouble, let's start some trouble. You know what I mean? Shout out to the janky promoters. Here's the mixtape. People will buy it.
Yeah. Just trying to get back, man, because, I was working on my project. I started working on my project back in 23, but that's for my official project. I got a couple of songs and stuff up there. I think I got like 10, 11 songs for the original project, but I'm going to do some of it over and work on it because, yeah, that one is going to be special.
Nice.
That ain't coming out no time soon, though.
No.
After I get these mixtape and the compilation ready, then I'll work on that one. All I gotta do is record it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's gonna be amazing too. Take your time with it, though, man. No rush.
No, I ain't rushing nothing, man. Everybody like, yo, you taking forever. It's been since the pandemic, since you dropped the last project. I know, man, but there's plenty more to come right now.
Yeah, word.
Agreed.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Come on now.
Your dad, has your kids been doing anything with music?
Everybody's been good, man.
But have your kids been doing anything with music though? Like been following in your footsteps when it comes to like
my son don't
anything?
my son don't do music.
Really? Okay.
He don't want to do music.
Word, I respect that. I respect that.
Other stuff. But I do. My cousin and my little brother, they do music.
Okay.
And my other cousin, she sings for church and stuff like that. She could sing though. She could do anything she wants. She could sing opera if I wanted her to sing opera on my microphone on my studio.
There you go. Telling you, throw in some opera samples, and you'll be next level. Next level.
Yeah.
You ever sampled any wrestling beats?
Yeah, I did. I have. I did Mankind's theme.
Nice.
That's old though. That was years ago. That was like what 2010.
Now the very first Mankind theme where he was like in the brown attire. Yeah, the little scary little Mankind theme he did. Okay, gotcha.
Not the car crash one that everyone knows.
Yeah, not that one.
No.
And then I made some beats that, I made a beat called Bad News Brown with him talking on there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I like that beat. It was like, it sounds like some hip hop, rock and roll shit excuse my language, at the same time.
Forgiven.
That's fine.
But
hip hop, it's a hip hop and rock type of beat.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I had fun making that beat because I was saying to myself, like, I could hear like a Dr. Dre on this beat for some reason.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
How
I can see you making beats for sports games and stuff like that. I can definitely see you doing that. That seems a lot like in your area.
I
like
can
making music like for those combat type of styles.
Try to get up on that platform.
Yeah,
you gotta find some connections to do that. I believe DistroKid does that in United Masters, but DistroKid puts you out more.
Yeah, DistroKid does put you out more, and shout out to DistroKid for being there a little bit more for the independent artists, for the solo artists out there. We'll just say for a guesstimate around $25 a year, you can have your music out there and rocking and rolling to the furthest aspect. If it wasn't for DistroKid, none of us would really be still on at some point in time. And even those who are no longer on DistroKid, we appreciate our time on DistroKid. So heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
What other platforms are like this? Will tell you, or is just that one?
You
That's it.
got TuneCore,
Okay.
United Masters. It's a couple of distributions.
Yeah.
There's another one too. I forget what it was called.
And then you've got like the Orchard, which is like a step above. And that's the stuff that's like, it's like DistroKid, but it's backed by Sony.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to find ways of where I could just drop stuff on these platforms without using the distribution.
Can't.
Yeah, I see. You could never have 100% of your royalties.
No.
Unless it's your label or whatever.
But no, and here's the thing, even if it's your label, like the music industry is so skewed, bro. Like no joke. If you make it to any point, you've got to pay the piper, you got to pay the devil. The devil's got to be paid his due. The music forever, its history goes down to the crossroads and making a deal with the devil. So no matter what, you're going to have to pay the devil his due. It's better just to pay the devil his due and continue to put it out there and put it out there and make sure you're putting it out there so that your visuals can go on YouTube, because YouTube right now is actually the best streaming platform for all artists. Technically, Tidal is the best paying streaming platform, but it's also the one that least people use.
Twitch too.
Twitch, yeah. Twitch as well.
I feel like Twitch is the number one, because you could get, if people really love your art, of what you're doing, whatever you're doing, they're gonna support that. They're gonna support that. You're gonna get sponsors and all of that up there.
Yep.
If you're a video gamer, you're gonna get sponsors for video games. Somebody gonna be like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna buy you Call of Duty, so you can stream up there and make some money."
Right.
Or I'm gonna buy you the steering wheel so you could go on Gran Turismo and race people online, type stuff. They'll sponsor you. If you're making beats, somebody will probably sponsor you an NPC or something.
There you go. Or they're gonna sponsor you budgets enough to get a different type of sample pack.
Yeah, something. Or they'll just give you money to support your brand so you could up your brand more.
Or you can eat that week.
Something. Something.
Definitely something on WNHH LP 103.5 FM New Haven. Myself, Preston, and the average EZ Blues.
Thank you.
Hey, average though, man.
No, because I said I'm just an average penguin. That's all. I'm just an average penguin.
Nah, you're more than a penguin, man.
I agree.
More than a penguin.
I agree. It's all about your communities, the people you hang around you. We all think you're great. We all think you're great, bro.
I appreciate that as I brush my beard. Yo, you guys don't understand how important it is to brush your beard every day.
Eastwood, despite everything you told us, like about the future shows coming up, what other stuff you got planned for 2025 when it comes to you musically?
I'm trying to have videos out.
Okay.
More visuals, because that's what I lack of. I got a couple of videos that I did. I want to put out more projects because I want to have fun with this.
Nice.
Because it's been so long since I dropped the actual project.
Now, video-wise, what are we looking at visuals for you? Are we looking at performance type of visuals, or are we going to get into like some Clockwork Orange type of ish?
It's going to be whatever I can do, man. As far as the video goes, I'll be like, you know what? Let me find a scenery or call somebody.
Right.
Be like, yo, take me to a place that looks dope for a video to shoot at.
Nice.
Or, yo, tell me where I'll GPS it or whatever. Yeah. But I ain't gonna front. The one thing that I really can't wait to be done is when we do this Swink Mob project.
Nice.
Yes.
Because it's been long overdue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you have members of
all of y'all want this project. All of y'all. We can't debate with each other no more. Everybody wants this project. They want it.
You know it's incredible when every time we've had a member of Swank Mob on the show, they've said the same. They say it themselves. They're like, "Yo, that Swank Mob project needs to drop." So maybe y'all just need to drop it.
Yeah, well, like I said, we got 4 songs right now.
Okay.
We got 4 songs like ready. You know what I mean? Yeah, we just trying to put something out, man. Because it's been long overdue. We've been talking too
Swank Mob
much.
EP would be dope.
That too. We could drop an EP. We got enough songs. We just got to get everything arranged and stuff, then put this stuff out there. That's all it is. Everything else is golden, but it's just we just gotta be like, yo, we all gotta sit down and be like, yo, let's just put this stuff out and get it right.
Right.
What's your favorite quality in each Swank member?
Man, Swank Mob, we are like the Marvel heroes, man. Like for real, everybody has a special power. Okay. Everybody in the group has a special power at what they do best, you know. Everybody, and it's just different. Everybody be like, yo, man, y'all all are different. Y'all all rap different. Y'all all make beats different. Performance is different. You know what I mean? How you talk, present yourself, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's all different. It's just like, people just be like, yo, man. Like, everybody's going to have their favorite Swank Mob member. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I like how you kept it neutral.
I'm just saying, I'm being honest.
No, it was an honest answer. It was a safe answer, too. You know, it was honest. But, you know, I was trying to.
Everybody's going to have their favorite.
We're coming to a close soon, Eastwood. But just replug everything you got official, you know, with shows, you know, and everything else like that with you. And also, please give out any social media tags. And last but not least, give anyone some great advice to someone who wants to go to a similar path as yours. So this little bit of time we got left is you.
Is just keep working and keep grinding, man, because practice makes perfection all the time. All the time. And you know, you have your art right there. You know, like Easy got his art of playing that guitar, playing his heart out right there, and hey, and people love it. They be like, "Oh, Easy's playing his guitar and he performing, and he got the crew with him. Yeah, it's about to be something crazy. It's about to be something crazy, man. But all you gotta do is just keep working and keep working, no matter what you're doing." Even if you waking up, taking a shower, just keep working and doing what you got to do for yourself to maintain your perfection of making beats, rapping, singing, playing instruments, whatever it is, selling clothes, making clothes. Just got to perfect. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Eastwood the Captain with a K. All in one. You can find me up there. Follow me. I follow you back. Snapchat, F.East. Rest in peace, TikTok, because I'm mad.
It's back.
Where you could download it. I don't have it on my phone no more.
Oh, you deleted it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can download it. You can download it again.
You can?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
TikTok is Face Eastwood. PROD. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm using right now, man. I'm about to be putting more content up on Instagram because that's the #1 source right there. If you're trying to get in contact with me about music, just hit me on Instagram. Eastwood the Captain with a K instead of a C. Yeah, I'm willing to work with everybody.
Yo, you should also look at YouTube.
What happened, Easy?
YouTube Shorts. For a lot of stuff you were doing on TikTok, you could take over to YouTube Shorts.
True.
They pay you more.
I put a freestyle a couple of 2 months ago on YouTube. It's on YouTube, SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
I even had it on my Instagram page. Yeah, man. If anybody wants to do work with me, all you got to do is just contact me. It ain't that hard to do. It's not that hard.
Not that hard.
Eastwood, appreciate you. Thanks for being a part of the program.
Yes, thank you guys.
No, most definitely. WNHH LP 103.5 FM New Haven, myself, Preston, and Mr. EZ BlueZ. Thank you, everyone, so much. Appreciate y'all.